a direct descendant of the sharp-edged Countach that practically coined the term exotic. The Lamborghini Diablo retains the mid-mounted 4-cam V12, swing-up doors, and all the excitement of the original in a more rounded, smoothed-over form. Look closely and you'll see slightly larger engine air intakes and brake ducts that are the distinguishing marks of the VT, the all-wheel drive version of the Diablo. Never before has a Lamborghini put its power to the ground so efficiently. Few designs have been as long-lived as the Porsche 911, or as successfully updated. Its instantly recognizable silhouette has been around for more than 30 years, but with each revision, this rear-engined, air-cooled, flat-six-powered sports car from Zuffenhausen has been made to corner more aggressively, accelerate harder, stop shorter, and through detail refinement, look better. To many of its followers, the 911 is considered to be the only real Porsche. Long heralded as America's sports car, the ZR1 is the most powerful production Corvette ever made, foregoing the standard pushrod V8 for one with 4 cams, 32 valves, and 405 horsepower. The ZR1's LT5 engine is a multinational effort, with engineering assistance supplied by England's Lotus and assembly carried out by Mercury Marine in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Final assembly of the entire car is performed where Corvettes have long been built, in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Italian style, beauty, speed, comfort, exclusivity. The Ferrari 512 TR has it in droves. Able to play the roles of high-speed Grand Tourer or sports car equally well, this Ferrari is not at all nervous or high-strung. Its 421 horsepower flat 12 is the epitome of tractability. And one look at those huge body-side ducts lined with the strakes that have graced the Testarossa since 1984 make its mid-engine configuration readily apparent. Whisked from car show sweetheart to production vehicle in just 3 years, the Viper has put Chrysler back on the supercar map in bold block lettering. The approach is brute force rather than finesse, as the Viper is really a car built around its engine, a thundering 400 horsepower 8-liter pushrod V10. Pampering its driver is not part of the equation. The Viper has side curtains instead of roll-up windows, a rudimentary fabric top, and just the basic controls and gauges. Honda shook the automotive world by its lapels in 1991 with the introduction of the NSX, a 168-mile-per-hour exotic with an all-aluminum unit body and a 270 horsepower mid-mounted V6. Not only was it quick, agile, and forgiving to the inexperienced driver, the NSX established a new level of refinement for exotic cars. It's easy to get in and out of, it's quiet at cruise, its trunk will hold 2 golf bags, and its outward vision is superb for a mid-engine car. Lightweight, powerful, and shapely, the RX-7 is a driver's car that's also a treat for the eyes. The world's only Wankel-powered sports car boasts 255 horsepower and a curb weight of just 2,850 pounds, making it the lightest of the group. This power-to-weight ratio generates forceful acceleration and an extremely nimble handling feel. The RX-7's cockpit wraps tightly around 2 occupants, with room under the rear hatch for just a weekend's worth of luggage. From its enormous front air intakes to the clusters of tiny taillights under a towering F40 style wing, Toyota Supra is a powerful styling statement. It also has muscle beneath its hood to match those looks. A 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6 engine makes 320 horsepower, which ties it with the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4 for the most powerful Japanese production sports car made. The Supra's chassis employs no special gimmicks, just the basics for world-class handling. A direct descendant of the sharp-edged Countach that practically coined the term exotic, the Lamborghini Diablo retains the mid-mounted 4-cam V12, swing-up doors, and all the excitement of the original in a more rounded, smoothed-over form. With its all-wheel drive system configured to drive the front wheels only when the rears start spinning, the Diablo VT retains its rear drive character, but with an extra margin of stability. Although aggressive use of throttle can still bring the tail out, power oversteer is much milder than the standard Diablo, and power can be put down sooner. With the capability of accelerating to 60 miles per hour in less than 5 seconds and attaining the fastest top speed of the group at just over 200 miles per hour, the Diablo VT is a formidable presence on either road or track. All-wheel drive that incorporates a mid-mounted viscous coupling helps put the VT's monstrous 492 horsepower to the ground. Chassis construction is similar to the Ferraris with a tubular space frame, but aluminum alloy body panels are augmented by a steel roof and strategically placed panels of carbon fiber. Unlike the high-pitched scream of the 512 TR's engine, the Diablo's all-alloy 48-valve V12 resonates with a deep brassiness. Think of a dozen trombones. The roots of the Lamborghini Diablo go back to a small factory in Cento, Italy, where a mechanic-turned-industrialist started his career building tractors under the Lamborghini family name. Ferruccio Lamborghini's passion for exotic cars eventually changed the focus of his mechanical and entrepreneurial energies. And in 1964, the first Lamborghini production car was brought to market. Called the 350 GT, its hood emblem depicted a charging bull, a reference to Ferruccio Lamborghini's astrological sign of Taurus. The Miura P400, a V12-powered sports car named after a Spanish breed of fighting bull, sent other manufacturers back to the drawing board with its mid-engine design. Although well-received, and often cited as the most beautiful Lamborghini ever designed, the Miura was replaced by the Countach in the mid-70s. Despite a difficult gestation period, the Countach became one of the most highly revered and sought-after true exotics. It then evolved, with basic configuration intact, into the more modern-looking and aerodynamically efficient Diablo. Congratulations! You've got a top 10 time and the top speed for this track.